The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, this is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, welcoming you to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. The starting five for both teams brought to you by State Farm. And as we break down the game, let's take a look here at Steve Nash.
I'm just so impressed with his focus, Kevin, because even with the defender flying at him, he still finds a way to hit those shots on the perimeter.
And you can't talk about him without mentioning his great passing ability. Not just the right pass, not just perfect placement, but excellent timing to spring his guys for the best possible look.
As you take a look at Charlotte, well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
Yeah, and they're coming into this game with a little payback in mind, Kevin, because of what happened the last time these two clubs met. You never want to get swept in a season series.
You certainly don't, and you know, Steve, as well as I do, that the losses seem to stick with you much longer than the wins. These guys will be ready to try to turn the tide.
Well, the Bobcats trying to model themselves after the Oklahoma City Thunder and the way the Thunder rebuilt their franchise after the move from Seattle.
Here's Kobe, following the basket by Gerald Henderson. And Kobe Bryant gets the three. Kobe's got 5.
Well, he's one of their anchors at the offensive end, guys, because he can make plays like that all the time.
Henderson passes to Walker. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Going back to the Charlotte Bobcats with the high pick they had in the draft, that's a big step if they're going to try to follow the Thunder's model, because the Thunder, as you know, Clark, they've had incredible success with top 5 picks. Durant, Westbrook, Harden. I mean, they've hit on all of them. They've been incredibly successful. The Bobcats hopefully will follow from their point of view in that same way.
Home runs across the board, Kevin. You're right. It'll take some time for Charlotte to get to that level, but hopefully they will be able to.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that. Steve Nash is an 8-time All-Star, a 2-time MVP. I think a lot of people forget about that, and also has this unfortunate distinction. He's played the most playoff games of any player who didn't make the finals, but that still doesn't diminish what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Those were back-to-back MVP tests.
That's right. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block, but that one's going to count.
And here's Kobe from the arc, and the rebound goes to the Bobcats, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And they played outstanding team defense in that win, Clark. Nobody got stuck on an island. Everybody was helping. Great rotations. It really looked like they were together in that game.
Yeah, and even when they were rotating different players in and out, Steve, I thought their communication was 5-star and the teamwork was very strong.
When you go back to Nash, you could argue he's really accomplished everything you could hope for in the NBA, except, Steve, winning a championship, as Clark just mentioned.
Well, it reminds you a little bit of John Stockton, who was probably the dominant point guard of his era. Also did not win a championship. But now with him joining the Lakers, though, you figure he'll have a great chance of getting that ring. He's playing with some talented players in L.A.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
Pretty lazy effort defensively that night from them, guys. You know, I know that it sounds harsh, but hey, I speak the truth.
Yes, you do. Where were the adjustments is my question. I mean, the coaching staff didn't seem to realize, as everyone else watching did, that changes had to be made defensively. They never moved on anything.
Yeah, and he's such a clutch player, too. Relishes these big moments with the clock winding down, games up for grabs. That's when he tends to want the ball and create something, and more often than not, deliver.
And one of his greatest gifts is the ability to get his own shot off the bounce. No question about it. He's a tough cover.
And it's Gordon missing.
That's the shot he was looking for. I'm surprised he didn't get it to fall.
Back to Howard. Kicks it to Jamison. Feeds it to Kobe. Six to shoot. Back to Jamison. Fires the three. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his third rebound tonight. Gives him the lead pass. Hayward kicks to Henderson. From 15 feet away. Rejected by Kobe. And that's not going to go. It's the end of the first with a tie game here. Already these offensive. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Bobcats' performance here. Boys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Now the key has been the rebounding department. This club dominating the paint area. And if this continues, they'll be in great shape.
Well, they've done two things. They've limited second chances, and they've been able to flex their muscle down low.
So with Gasol on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Hill is out there with world peace. Then there's Devin Ebanks, and it's Steve Blake, and it's Meeks in at the 2-guard spot, and they take the lead. Charlotte trailing. This is the second time they've matched up against Los Angeles.
You know, against a lot of other teams, they would have played well enough to win, but these guys had a great night against them, and it ended up not even that close.
Steve, that's so true. I mean, one team was good, the other team was great. They were the good team.
Here's Sessions after Jordan Hill's bucket. There's the bucket, good. Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. Blake with it. He dishes it to Meeks. For 3. It's Biyombo with the rebound.
You know, as tight as this game is, you have to like their chances the way they've been rebounding.
They have a pretty good margin in that department, so they've got to continue to hit the boards hard. It'll pay off for them in the end.
The kick out to Williams. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Ebanks, and he lays it straight in. Ebanks got his first points in this one. The Bobcats have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
Well, Bismack Biyombo, the youngest player in the NBA last season, apparently. I guess there was some skepticism about his birth certificate. In fact, you look at his size and athleticism, tough to believe that he's actually a teenager.
And the Bobcats have changed their look on the floor. Now here's Walker. He's covered closely. Can't hit. Lakers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Kobe with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Here's the 3. Shot's good by Kobe. Kobe's got 10 points in the game. And for Biyombo, going back to that physique Steve was just talking about, here he is, 6'10", 250 pounds, a 7'7" arm speed.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. That's unreal, Kevin. I mean, you know, going into last season, Biyombo was a power forward, but he's a fighter. He's a competitor, and he wants to play center, so he's embracing the physical challenge and looking forward to it. Kevin, here we can get a look at Charlotte and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. 6th in steals, 14th in blocks. As far as shooting the 3 goes, not too well. The bottom third of the league. Certainly not a strong suit for this team.
What they try to do, Clark, is pressure the ball. I mean, you talked about the steals per game, and that's the key number of all those stats. They pressure the ball. They really create havoc for the offense. And when they take you out of the flow of your offense, it really makes the ball stop, and the game becomes very difficult for the offensive team.
Now, here is Morris. Over Gordon. Morris, no good.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Charlotte again missing. Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. World Peace dishes to Jamison. Shot clock at 6. With the fadeaway. Second chance shot. And Gasol with the lay-in. Gasol's got his first points of the night.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
Yeah, they're really trying to make a point of getting inside of the paint and getting after every rebound.
Here's Henderson. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
He is so good at working himself into the open spots on the floor inside that three-point line.
Right side, Jamison. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. He feeds it to Henderson. Shot's good. Henderson's got 8 points. 17 seconds left now here in the second. Here is Duhan. Passes it to Morris. Dishes to Duhan. Outside, world peace. And he beat the buzzer, but it's no good. And we're
now presented by Springs.
23. The weekend is out in Oklahoma.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's done a great job of finding the soft spots in that defense. A very efficient game for him so far.
Yeah, and I like what he's done, Steve. I mean, he's made a couple of jumpers here or there, but what he's really done impressively is allow the game to come to him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for Charlotte, Ben Gordon out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's Byron Mullins. Then there's Haywood, and it's Henderson in at the free throw.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
Kobe against Gordon. The dish to Howard. Nash outside. 6 on the shot clock. Traps in the tray. Nash has got 8 points.
He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room to get it off.
Now the feed to Mullins. Over Gasol. Gasol with the defensive effort. The Lakers in the lead. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And that will conclude this long 7-game road trip.
Yeah, a lot of good matchups around the league. The one that I have my eye on is definitely the Miami Heat matchup.
The Lakers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Guys, we haven't seen the type of numbers out of them at the line that we've come to expect, especially after last season.
At a world peace, he's checked in for the Lakers.
You know, guys, I think what makes Steve Nash amazing is we know he's one of the great passers in the history of the NBA. He might be the best shooter of all time. When you look at the numbers, that would be the case. And you don't normally say that about a guy who's a pure point guard.
And here's Kobe from the arc. The Bobcats pull it in. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. He kicks it to Henderson. Gets a look. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 5 here tonight. And one thing I think that bears emphasizing with Steve Nash is what a force he is offensively. You know, Clark, sometimes we get locked into just scoring, but Nash, between his shooting and his passing, really lifts the entire offense.
Well, he controls the flow of a team offensively too, Steve, and I think sometimes that's overlooked. You know, you look at points and assists, how your team paces and plays offensively is usually due to the point guard.
You know, one thing you can't argue about with Haywood is his defensive abilities around the rim. He's got great size and strength. When he sets a pick on you at the offensive end, it's like running into a brick wall. You know, so he may not be the most skilled guy, but he's a very effective player.
Yeah, also let me tell you this. He isn't very easy to see from afar or on TV, but Brendan Haywood is built. He really is a Goliath on the floor with his size.
You know, if their plan was to keep going inside a ton, it sure has paid off. I mean, it seems like every bucket they get is in the lane.
Well, no reason to take an outside shot if you're scoring at will from inside the paint.
Here's Taylor. Williams inside. Sweet little floater. Williams has got his first basket.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
And Nash, here we go. And there's the pass to Meeks. Back to Nash. Beyond the arc. Tries again. Howard, good. Howard's got his first basket of the night.
He will fight you down low, guys. Really battles in there. He comes up with a lot of second chance buckets.
And Sessions kicks to Williams. Pass to Taylor. Feeds it to Ward. Charlotte moving the ball around. Fires from 18. A rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Kobe. And there's another one for the Lakers. Bobcats trail by 5. And here's Sessions, averaging 9 points per contest. Kicks to Ward. It'll count. No good on the buzzer beater. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting...
Coming up next Thursday night. Lovely.
While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. And it's the Lakers with the Uncontainable Game Award for the offensive stretch they put together. They wanted to have a big presence on defense and be the aggressor, and it showed as they were all business in that first period. A big part of why they have the lead now.
Doris, thank you. That was quite a run they had. Quite exemplary of what we think of when we think about that turning point. Definitely a Sprite Uncontainable Game moment.
Yeah, you won't get any argument from me, Kevin. It was as big a factor in this game as anything. You know, when a team builds up that much momentum, it just becomes so hard to turn the tide back around.
Yeah, see, they just kept the throttle down. They sensed an area of weakness and then just continued to exploit it, never letting up.
So with Kobe sitting on the bench, here's the...
Oh, get it! Well, they ran a nice play there, Kevin, to set up the easy dunk.
Yeah, he got help from his teammate and ran his man right straight into the pick.
Yep, and that's the offensive player's job. Run him into the screen.
And it was a great pick, too, Clark. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but he got him pretty clean.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. And the basket good. Henderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Some guys will try to overpower you at the rim, but he likes to elude you and trick you. He's got quickness and a soft touch.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
Kobe gets the bucket.
Well, for him, that finger roll is almost second nature. That's a tough shot for most players.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Walker against Nash. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And so Walker nails both of them.
You know, the tension could not be any higher right now, and he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. Just a cool customer.
Here's Kobe, and the layup is good. And the Lakers lead by 4.
And where's the defense? I mean, this has been pathetic at both ends.
Yeah, it has been pathetic defensively, but it's been exciting from an offensive standpoint. But if you like defense, then neither one of these teams deserves to win.
Here's Henderson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist here tonight. Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Nash gets double teamed. Jamison. High post, Howard. He passes to Nash. Nash left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jamison the pass to Kobe. From deep. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
Now remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
Now here's Henderson. He's guarded by Howard. Henderson kicks to Gordon to tie it up. Dishes to Haywood. Walker's got space. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
Right side Gasol. Outside Kobe. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And that one's good. Kobe's got 19 points.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Here's Henderson. Gordon against Kobe. Kobe draws the double. He dishes it to Jamison. Here's Gasol. Nails it.
Somebody set a fire under Pau Gasol.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And Walker kicks to Mullins. Over Howard. Steve Nash pulls it in. Lakers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And so they foul intentionally. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, nice work there to knock those free throws down to add to their lead.
Here's Mullins. The wing jumper off target. And now we've got the intentional foul. And he doesn't get the first one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 7. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, this one's in the bag. I mean, I commend them for really putting forth the effort until the very end. But this thing's over.
You know, sometimes you just have to throw up the white towel and let fate run its course so you can get on to the next game.
Williams can't get it to go. Jamison with it. Here's Blake. And that one's good. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Well, they are not exactly taking their foot off the gas just yet.
No, they want to throw a little bit of whipped cream and some cherry on top.